up to today? We are up to a photo adventure. I'm here at Whatcom Falls State Park, which is in Bellingham. I'm here with a group of mountaineers. We're just going to do a little photo hike, explore the park, and see what's to photograph. We know there are waterfalls. We know there should be ducks, and we've got foggy conditions, so it's going to be absolutely amazing out here. And we can talk about why it's going to be amazing with the fog as we go along. So let's explore the park. So we aren't even out of the parking lot yet, and we've got gorgeous light coming through the fog behind us, which is one of those things you gotta love about fog, is when the light starts burning off and the sun starts shining through the trees. You got beautiful what people call God rays coming through the trees. It's absolutely spectacular. And yes, I'm wearing a mask because, hey, it's COVID. Ha! So after our little initial photography of the light rays through the trees, we're gonna head down to the first falls, which is with a stone bridge, and it's probably one of the more popular photos to take at the park, and kind of looking forward to seeing it. It's actually my first time at this park, and so it's more of a scouting trip, and looking forward to seeing what's here and possibly coming back at other times. The fog is starting to lift. I was hoping to see a little bit more because the fog can really add some nice atmosphere to your scenes and can really help separate your background from your foreground. If you got a really busy background, especially in a forest, especially in a Pacific Northwest forest, having some fog kind of misting out the background can really help set apart your foreground and your subject from what is busy in the background. But we're still sitting here in the parking lot getting acquainted, and we're about ready to head down to the first waterfall. So the falls are right behind me, and they're just absolutely fabulous. And what I'm looking at is there's this beautiful branch of this big leaf maple hanging down in front of the falls. I'm going to have to do a composite because I want the falls to be somewhat blurred, so I'm going to need a longer exposure on them, but I want that branch to be not moving. So I'm going to have to have one image where I'm photographing for just the branch and at a faster shutter speed, and then one for the waterfalls which would be a slower shutter speed. But it's just really beautiful, and I'm excited. As we look at waterfalls and some of these smaller scenes like this, you might wonder about the forms of photography, the grand landscape, the intimate landscape, the little vignettes, and they're very easy to capture even with this. So the image I was just photographed would be more of a grand landscape. It's more of a big view of the whole area of the waterfall. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull out my longer zoom lens, and I'm going to focus in on some of the textures and details of the waterfall, but some of those more intimate vignettes, some of those smaller intimate landscapes and natural vignettes. So let's go ahead and get those done and see what happens. Even though we're here photographing a waterfall, there is so much around this waterfall that helps tell the story of this waterfall. There's the ferns that are growing on the rocks and the moss that's along with them. There's the trees that are framing the waterfall. Even the trees down the stream have a story that helps tell this full story of the waterfall. So you can focus in on those too. Just kind of zoom in and isolate those elements to help tell the story of this really cool waterfall that you went to visit. I made it down the river to another waterfall, and it comes to this gorgeous little gorge here. And what I found, I think somebody put some there's some, see right here, there's some leaves on the rock. I'll show you the rock. And I think somebody put those there, but I'm using those as kind of a foreground element to help point into the frame to carry through all these ripples here, these rapids here. All these rapids, and then also helping using the roots to lead you into the waterfall and back. And I think it's a really nice composition, and I'm going to go ahead and capture it and show you in a second. I went ahead and did a couple of images down there. I think I really like that first one I got. I got a couple others with the foam swirling around, and really tried to tell the story of that waterfall, at least from my visit, at least from my first visit. There may be more there. There's always more photos to be taken, more stories to be told. Everybody has a different perspective. So right now, for the waterfalls of this park, I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. I think it might be a little long. I hope you enjoyed the little trip and learned a little bit of something about telling the story of different places that are often told a lot. And with that, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Even if you didn't like it, give it a thumbs up. No, just let me know. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. I do really appreciate you if you have already subscribed. I'm trying to get this channel to grow a little bit and get a lot of these adventures and these stories out there for you to be inspired to explore for yourself and to create your own stories. So with that, bye.